Hi, me again. Next instalment on my eye saga. Anybody that's not seen the previous couple of videos, I'm Mick. I'm retired, and most days I'm out and about with my best friend Gary. Yeah. I get taken down to the they've put drops in my eyes already. They did that the first thing in the morning because I suppose I didn't know where I was going to be on the list. So took me down to the theatre. I walked it down, just normal clothes on. They then put me on a trolley, put some more drops in my eye, and then she said, "This might sting a little bit." I said, "What are you going to do?" She said, "I'm going to inject you into your eyeball." So I thought, well, it's got to be done, it's got to be done. And the drops that they'd put in were really, really good. Couldn't feel a thing until she stuck the needle in, then I could. And it did sting a bit. So a few minutes later, they must have been happy that the injection had worked. They took me into the theatre. I was flat on my back, so I never saw anybody. And sort of immediately I got in there, they draped to my head. And basically, all that wasn't draped was my right eye. The doctor or the surgeon was talking to me while he was doing what he was doing, and he told me what he was going to do. He said, "We're going to put 3 portals into your eye." Portals? I thought, are they going to take me to another dimension or something? But apparently, I think that's what they call them, ports or portals. And so they popped these little. If ever you've seen a video of someone having keyhole surgery, they sort of put like, they screw in some like little holes that are airtight, and then they can shove their instruments and all that inside. That's basically what they did with my eye, but on a microscopic level, if you know what I mean. All the operations done through a microscope. So what they did, they got inside my eye, and one of the first things they did was they remove all the vitreous humour, the jelly, from inside your eye, because they need to have a clear field, not working in jelly to do what they have to do. So they took all the fluid out, and what they do is they inflate your eye gently with a gas, so that they can work in the dry rather than under jelly. Anyway, I couldn't see what it was doing. Obviously the sight wasn't happening in the eye. And he put it back on, put the retina back on. When he'd finished, almost immediately I had some vision back in the eye, which I thought, well, that's good. That's got to be good if I've got vision back straight away. And so I've got this kind of vision. I think everybody's looked at a 3D video or a 3D movie without the glasses. That was the vision I had out my right eye. It was like looking at a 3D movie without the glasses. So they took me to the ward. I wasn't on a ward before I went down to the theatre. I was in a waiting room. And when I came out of theatre, they took me to a ward with a bed in it. And they said, "Right, you've got to lie face down for," now I can't remember if it was 30 or 40 minutes. And then we can get you up and move you around a bit. And then while I was laying there, there was all sorts going through my head, and I actually kept my eyes closed, so I didn't know if I had any vision or not. or what the vision was like. Anyway, they'd taped on a plastic cup over the right eye with holes in it so that air can get in, and I was told I had to keep that on. So after 40 minutes or so, they got me up, gave me instructions about how, oh yeah, posturing, that's a good one. When you've had a detached retina and they've popped it back on for you, reattachment, you have to posture. And that's basically, you've got to keep yourself in a certain position. If you're really, really unlucky, and I've heard stories from people since that who have had it done, you have to posture face down 24/7. They've left the gas bubble in your eye. So you have to posture 24/7 face down, apart from a break of 10 minutes each hour so that you can have something to eat, go to the toilet, do things you need to do, whatever that might be. But I was lucky. I look at myself as being really lucky because I didn't have to posture face down. After that first 40 minutes, I had to posture sitting straight up all day, bolt right upright, straight up. And when I slept at night, I had to sleep on my left side only. And I think the reason for that is that it positions the gas bubble that they've put into your eye in such a position that it's holding the part that they've reattached onto the back of your eye, or the top of your eye, or wherever in your eye it's come off. In my case, I had to lay on the left hand side, and the gas bubble held the operated retina in place. So they gave me all the instructions about posturing, drops, 3 lots of drops to put in, I believe. It's a long time ago now, last February, and sent me home. And they gave me an appointment to go back in 4 weeks. During the time that I was recovering, the weirdest thing happened, and I suppose everyone that has a gas bubble, it happens to them too.